All right, so welcome back, everybody. Let's talk blades. Because for the most part, that's what we're into. Today, I have for you guys something a little bit interesting and different. I was kind of fighting myself on whether or not I should post this video about this piece, because there's a lot about it that I want to like. So much about it that I want to like, but there's so much about it that I just simply don't like. Love-hate relationship with this particular piece, so let's get into it, everybody. Today I got for you a piece from Mantis Knives. I have one other Mantis, but I ended up giving it to my pops, because I like it, but I just didn't really find a use in it, so I gave it to him. I thought he liked it, and he likes it pretty well. But this one is the Mantis, hopefully I say this right, the Vuja, Vujade, Vujade, kind of like a deja vu type thing, but the Vujade. Interesting. This it's a. Let me get my bearings straight here for a minute. This knife is so. It's cool, but it's so irritating at the same time, and I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna tell you guys why it irritates me. I love new and improved and different things. I really do, and I can't stress how much I enjoy things that are especially blades that are not your normal blade. This particular knife is a Karambit. It might not look like it right now, but it is. It's just folded up in a way, and this is not just any type of Karambit. This is a Balasong Karambit. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. I don't like it as much as I thought I would when I got it. I'm going to tell you a few things on the reasons why that is, because the pictures don't match. In the picture, which Blade HQ shows, the ring is a lot thicker and smaller. This is thinner and bigger. And I thought that was a little bit odd, because this ring is huge. There's a lot of, my fingers aren't that fat, I don't think anybody's fingers are that fat, so that's a little bit odd. I don't know why they chose that. That's really odd, so that didn't really sit well with me. This could be a fake, but I don't think that it is. Then again, it could be, because this Mantis, I don't know if it's supposed to look like that. In the picture, the Mantis logo is solid colors with no internal design. You know what I mean? Like, this Mantis emblem is all one solid color. There's no lines on the inside, no designs or anything like that. So this is a little bit weird. I don't know. Maybe I did get a fake, but I'm a little bit skeptical on that. Someone told me that it's real. Well, anyways, let me get into the knife itself. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to push this button down. Okay? You push this button down and it releases the lock. Now, when this happens, you're supposed to swing it this way. And this portion is actually supposed to come this way and lock in place. And you're supposed to hold it as a Karambit, as you would a normal Karambit. Now, with that being said, I think this is a very interesting device. I've only been able to make this work more than half the time it usually does, but most of the time it just bounces back. Now, normally what somebody told me that you can do is once this happens, when you open this knife in this configuration, all you got to do is click it shut, and it'll lock on its own. I shouldn't have to do that, but at the same time, I get it. It's a butterfly Karambit. And what's interesting about this is that it's the only one of its kind that I know of. And obviously, I like Karambits. So I don't think that this is a very practical use for two reasons. One, because that's just more work to get this Karambit out. Two, the pocket clip is faced the wrong way. So when you take it out of the pocket with your dominant hand, you're going to take it out this way. You're going to have to switch your grip, then press the button. You're going to have to maneuver your grip to press the button so you can be able to open it and get into your fighting position, which doesn't always, as you can tell, doesn't always want to do that. So it's a little bit awkward, it's a little bit weird, and yeah, you can still get it to do whatever you need to do. Can I do tricks with it? Not necessarily. Because the blade isn't straight, it's at an angle, so it makes it doing tricks with this thing would probably be unique in and of itself if anyone's able to do that. G10 handle scales, which are great, they kind of feel like plastic, but they're not. They're actual G10 handle scales. The price tag on this is around about 60 or 70 bucks for this guy. If you want the ones with different coloration, different variants, colors, it's going to be a little bit more. You're looking at $80 to $90. MSRP is a little over $100 if you're looking for something like this. Off of Blade HQ, go ahead and give it a look-see if you guys really want to. Just look up the name that I just said. I kind of want to call it the Deja Vu, but it's the Vuja, or the Vuja Day, Vu, Deju Vu. I'm sorry, I'm really irritated with this knife. It's just one of those weird named knives with the weird kind of knife thing going on with the freaking... Anyways, what I really want to say about this knife that really irritates me is that more than half the time I try to get this thing open, it bounces back. I mean, yeah, you could just relax your grip and click it in with the meat of your palm, sure. But the ring is huge on this thing. So to get a good grip on this knife, it always makes me feel like I'm coming a little bit too low when it should be just a little bit higher for a decent grip on a knife with a very odd mechanism that doesn't seem to work all the time. It kind of bothers me that it's like that. I don't know if this is the new kind of style, but the videos that I've seen on this knife in particular, the rings are much smaller. So I don't understand why this ring on this particular knife has got to be so much bigger and thinner looking, which it bothers me. It really does bother me. So it made me question whether or not I got a copy or a fake. I don't think I do. I don't think I got a fake, but please announce it if you feel like I have gotten a fake. I don't think I did. Maybe this is just their newer version of it that they came out with, because maybe the older version might have been a little bit odd and off the way they didn't want it to. But the mechanism on this thing is very, very interesting. It's very different. It's very unique. And like I said, I've only been able to get it to work. I want to see if I can actually get it on camera. You got to do it just right, and you got to let go of the plug. I call it a plug, but the button at just the right time in order to get it to catch and lock. I've only been able to do it once the entire time I've been messing with it the last half hour. Damn. All right. I'm trying to get it on camera, but it's really difficult sometimes. But yeah, see, it's not... Okay, well, that's the knife. It's very interesting. It's very unique. Not something that I would ever use. I don't really recommend this knife simply because of how I'm experiencing this one. Like I said, I want to like it, and I was pretty excited to get it, but when I got it, I was kind of disappointed because it's not functioning the way that the knife was advertised, and it doesn't really look the way that it looks in the videos. The symbols are more prominent instead of kind of see-through with other designs on the inside of it, and on top of that, this button mechanism only seems to want to work once in a while. I mean, I could still make it work, but the ring is so much bigger on this one, and I'm not entirely sure why. I don't know why that is. I don't understand why that is. Mechanism's very interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and get on to the specs of this knife, so that way you guys understand how heavy it is and how long it is and all this and that. It's kind of a small one, so 3 ounces, 3.68 ounces, excuse me. So it's a fairly light knife. And I'm pretty sure the reason why they did this, there's a reason why they put this the way that it is. But this isn't going to be effective. A Karambit's a fighting knife, so if you were to pull this out this way, you would have to flip it around, find the button, have it open confidently, catch it, and then be able to use it in a self-defense manner. Interesting concept, but it doesn't work. It doesn't seem to want to work, at least for me anyway. As we'll go into the measurement of the blade. So the blade has a mere 2 inches. You have 2 inches of cutting. I want to say maybe 1 3/4, 1 7/8 inches of actual functional cutting edge. Handle length, you're looking at 3 1/4. With the ring, you're looking at 4 4.5 inches handle wise. Now, my thing with this, like I said, it's just irritating. I don't know if I got a fake. I'm not entirely sure if this is just what Mantis is starting to come out with. See, there it goes. It worked. You saw it that time. It actually worked. It didn't click in all the way until I pushed in my hand, but it actually worked that time. You see, it's so weird. Like, when I wasn't trying to make it work, it actually worked. But when I'm trying to make it work, it's not going to. Watch. If I tried it now... Yeah, see, it didn't even... Like, I felt the 2 prongs catch on the button plug, but they didn't seem to want to. See, now it doesn't want to. So, Yeah, I just touched the tip of that. Now, the whole idea about this thing is that this latch, once you press this button right here, it releases this, and then it swings forward because it's on a spring, so it goes, goes this way. So when you flick it open... with the momentum, it should be able to do that. But, yeah. You get it open, and then it's supposed to... But you can just do that, and it'll catch. But yeah, like I said, I wanted to like this knife, and I don't really care for it too much now. I like the idea of it. I really do. I think that it's a fantastic self-defense tool. Would I ever use it? No. I just don't see the practicality of it. Pocket clips on the wrong side when I received it. The locking mechanism doesn't seem to want to work all the time. And the ring is too big. It's just really... It's huge. And I don't understand why they did that. So, I see a lot more that I don't like moreover than what I do like. Not fun... Here it is more jimping on top of here, which doesn't really seem to be too functional unless you're going to hold it in a very odd kind of angle to use it. But still, that doesn't really seem really practical. There's jimping down here and here, which is fantastic, I guess, if you want to use the hawkbill in that fashion in a forward grip. And reverse grip is what it's supposed to be, and you got jimping right along in there, so you can actually hold it as such with your thumb in the way of this, I guess. But I don't want to naturally do that. It always goes for the natural hammer grip like it's supposed to. I don't know. I'm not going to say that it's a bad knife. I simply haven't had too much time with it. It's quite irritating functionality-wise, and a part of me thinks that I got a fake, but another part of me thinks that it's not a fake and it's just their updated model, which doesn't function as well as the original model, at least from what I've seen in other videos and from what other people are able to make of it. Let's get into how wide it is before I end this video. I'm sorry. Let's put this back on. I'm not done yet. All right, so you're looking. I want to show you how thin this is. 3.3. Yeah, 3.3 all the way around that ring. You're looking at a 11.7 on the handle, and on the blade, you are looking at a 2.5 if that matters to anybody. Lightweight, thin. Could it be functional in the right hands? I'm pretty sure if somebody messes around with it enough, you could make it way better than what I'm showing it as. I'm just not feeling it. When I saw the pictures, I was really excited. When I purchased it, I was pretty excited. When I got it, I was more over than disappointed. But I still decided to keep it because I thought it would grow on me. I thought that maybe if I gave it a little bit more time, it would work its magic into me. Because sometimes that's what you gotta do. You have to be. Oh, I hit the tripod. Sometimes you gotta be a little open-minded, and take it with a grain of salt. And you gotta mess with it a little bit, have it in your hands, hold it, use it, carry it, in order to really get the good feel of it, in order to pass a judgment on it. I did that, and I still didn't like it. I like the idea behind it being a Balasong, but I don't think the two should be put together, personally. Me being experienced in knowing how to use a Karambit, I can tell you that a regular Karambit, whether it's just your Emerson folder type Karambit or just a regular fixed blade Karambit, I can tell you is probably way better than using a Balasong Karambit. And see, look at that. It worked that time. So weird how that works. But something like this, I think it's more novelty than functionality and all point. So, I mean, if you're interested in this is what, kind of cooks your noodle. If it's something that you are curious about, I would suggest pass up on it because it's pretty expensive for what you get. And like I said, for an $80 knife, or around about 60 or 70, that's still pretty steep for a knife that I know that I'm not going to use or not even care to carry because of how irritating it is to operate, to open. Now I have to switch the pocket clip and hope that I can get used to this button lock mechanism in order for things to. But I can't really legally carry this because the blade is. Well, no, I think I can because if it's under 2 inches, then I think I can carry this. But the opening mechanism on this thing kind of sucks. I don't know. Interesting idea, interesting thought for this being what it is. With the Filipino background of both knives, you got your Karambit and your Balasong. They put it both together in making the ultimate Filipino knife. I think that's really cool. Part of my heritage, I guess. And putting the two together, I'm still shaking my head and scratching it at the same time. So, I don't know. I don't really know how to pass judgment on this. It could be for you. It could not. I don't know. You really gotta. I guess it's your choice. I don't recommend this for anybody. I really don't. I think that it's not that great, and I would go for something a little bit more. I'd probably either stick to either just a Balasong or just a Karambit. I wouldn't put the two together to make this cool yet slightly irritating atrocity sitting in front of me right now. I don't hate it. I just don't particularly dig it. So anyways, slash that like button, stab that subscribe, and if you can, go ahead and slice that bell icon so that way you guys are notified anytime I post new stuff. Be kind, be safe, and please carry responsibly. And I'll see you guys in the next video.